Okay, the second market recap, because I'm a donut that didn't check the mic was on. Anyway, market recap for Tuesday 09/09/2025. Let's run it down quick. So, start with the daily. For the daily, this is Tuesday candle, right? Let's we just open. Yep. What do we expect? Anybody can see that we're clearly going to take previous daily high or the day before it as well, right? But at least previous daily high. Why? Because we had an inside range day on Monday, right? I doubt we'll have two inside range days, right? Especially on a Tuesday. On Monday, no news is expected, but Tuesday, even though it's no news, we had to take one of them, right? What's the most probable one? Is the high based on how we closed and the liquidity created intraday. So think about this. What do we want? If we're gonna take the high, right? I'm not like the most AMD like merchant, but it has to happen, right? Every day basically, which is the accumulation, right? And then think about this. This is how we're gonna get to the high. We manipulate to it, and then we distribute down and close, right? Or accumulation. And then if we're really gonna distribute up, we're gonna have to manipulate down and then distribute higher, right? So me being bullish, right? This is the bearish play. This is the bullish play, right? The target is one. The target is one. We're gonna get the target either way, but I'm with the bullish play. So if the bullish play, I'm expecting us to manipulate lower. Let's say you're wrong. Let's say you don't know what the hell's going on. Just wait for the manipulation, and based on that, take the distribution, right? Distribution will be slower. It will take time, but at least you pass phase one of guessing, right? Anyway, let's get rid of this. Let's drop down to the 15 minutes, right? God damn, bro, get this shot. All right, so 15 minutes. What do we have? All right, there's a bunch of lines. I'm gonna have to just quickly explain what's going on. Right, so both of these are just liquidity. They have different priorities in my head, right? So that's why they're colored. So didn't just this is liquidity. Don't worry about that. And we have initial buy side there, initial sell side within here, new weekly opening gap. The CE is the daily wick CE, right? Look at this big wick, right? I'd want us for this day to maybe treat it as a thingy, as a discount PD array, right, throughout the day, right? And I just want to see also blue line, orange line, they're just liquidity. This is London liquidity, this is PM liquidity, which I expect us to remember manipulate to. Remember, accumulation here, kind of whatever, manipulation, distribution, if you want to look at it that way, right? If this makes price the easiest. If you can't wait, if you're not impatient, I'm guessing just wait for the manipulation. You don't really have to see the accumulation. Just wait for the manipulation, right, into your liquidity and PD arrays. Right, so this is the setup for the morning, right? So for my daily PD array, we had that wick, and on the 4 hour, right? These are the only two time frames that I can trust price to manipulate to for us to go for like a full daily swing, right? It has to be a daily PD array or a 4 hour. It can't be less than that. Right? So I'm looking at the 4 hour and I'm looking for it. Yeah, under this liquidity, I don't see it. I don't see a thing, right? Other than the order block, but I doubt if we're gonna get to this liquidity, we're not gonna get to this one. So my obvious one is the balanced price range, right? Where I would want price to just go into the top of it, right? I don't want us to even like get even to the quadrant, right? I just want a tap here to make relative equal lows, or just get there. So I'm gonna just quickly go through the trade that I don't know, it was just impatience basically. So this 15-minute fair value gap, I know it's gonna take us higher, right? So I know for a fact it's gonna take us higher, but where to, I don't know. So once price like start manipulating, remember it's a no news Tuesday. So supposedly, by the way, there was news at 10, like some sort of, just think of an orange folder, not on Forex Factory, but that's what actually moved us. So remember, on the 1 minute, we're meandering around. We go sweep the initial buy side. So the second that we sweep the initial buy side, what am I looking for? Between all these lines, you see this black one, the initial sell side, right? So boom, at 10, we already take it. Cool. So if I was going for the scalp trade, right, it's not there. That's already taken. But now I'm waiting for the main manipulation, right? So for some reason, this 15-minute, right? I drew the wrong 15-minute gap. What am I doing? Alright, the gap behind all the liquidity is this one, which is basically a balanced price range, right? And I would not want us to even touch the CE. This one I missed the trade, right? I was genuinely looking, I was like, I can't be honest, and then I don't know where I went. This was just to take like these highs, right? And then us to dump, cool. That's a quick scalp, right? And when we went up and I basically missed it, I tried to just get the gap that's in like discount, which is here. And yeah, as you can see, I got cooked and I deserve to get cooked because that's not my model. That's just me. That's some trades that I would take on paper, right? This is not trades I take on my main account. So that's just stupid of me and that's just impatient. Anyway, what do? We go drop down. We go draw to the sell side from the PM. We go to the sell side from London yesterday as well. Right, there's both sell sides that we need to take to manipulate to where? Right there is what I was looking. Do you know if this price just 1.5 points just bang hit this anywhere here, I would have taken this order block, the CISD. I could not trust. See, that's the problem with 1 minute. You cannot trust a 1 minute to play out unless it's backed by all the higher time frames. You need to look at the 2 minutes. You need to look at the 3 minutes. You need to like filter all of them. Like you have to keep in track the 1 day, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, the 2 minute, 3 minute, 5, whatever, right? You have to like filter all these out to be able to then trust any 1 minute PD array. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just take this 1 minute bullish fair value gap or whatever. That ain't gonna work. You're just gonna get cooked, right? And for that reason and that reason only, I cannot enter this trade and trust this as the order block or change its state of delivery, just because to me I can't find the PD array that this price has respected for it to flip, right? I can't find it, even though it looks perfect. It looks very perfect. It looks, oh my, okay, turtle soup, change state of delivery, order block. It's just perfect, right? It just looks. But yeah, this is the trade, right? Think about it. Accumulation, the manipulation, and the distribution. And I have notes for this. Goddamn, for this type of day. For the distribution, it's gonna take all day because we have no news. It's gonna take at least till 15:50 to hit the trade, right? And what's my liquidity is the red one, right? Target. What time do we hit it? Boom, 15:55. Perfect. I know this is a high resistance day. That's gonna take like it's all written down. I just missed it because of this. But while I was making just the market recap before that was on mute, I was on regular trading hours. And look at this donut. I forgot that yesterday we haven't even reached 0.25 of the opening range gap, right? And just look, I just knew it, yeah, without even putting the fib. I was like, I'm stupid. I'm a donut. And you just look at it. Look. The close, the open. Look at the 0.5. Boom. That's my PD array that I missed. That's exactly why I missed this trade. Because this confirmation, I just wasn't on. I completely forgot about yesterday. Completely forgot about it. If I knew, that's my entry right there. So it's an easy day. Like everything in the day was expected. I just got my PD array wrong, and that is why I couldn't capture this move, which is such an easy day. very goddamn easy. But I just completely forgot. And from this day, I'm gonna write in my notes to always have this on the chart, because I did have this on the chart yesterday. I just deleted it because there was way too many lines, right? And I said I'm just gonna add it forward later if price actually drops down, and I just didn't. And I was just there, I don't know, looking at the 4 hour, the daily, just scratching my head like, bro, this looks like the turning point, but I cannot find the PD array. I can't find it. And if I can't find it, per my rules, there is no trade. So, remind me that, especially after I took that impulse trade earlier, right? I'm not gonna repeat the same mistake again. And there we go. We hit it perfectly, right? Bodies staying above it. Perfect trade. Am I mad? I mean, yeah, but it's a learning lesson, so it is what it is. And as you can see, from then and only then you can trust your PD arrays. But I know it's a high resistance, so don't expect some fair value gap plays. It's going to be mainly older blocks and more high time frame PD arrays, 5-15 minutes, right? So entries, yeah, and you're just gonna have to keep the stop loss as it is until like we start going above the 0.5 of the range, which is this gap. I mean this blue line, and as you can see, boom, we hit the target. Perfect day, very easy, as expected. I just missed one teeny tiny thing. So next time this type of day comes, I'm not gonna miss it. And yeah, and it was a small L day, but we do learn and we move on. It's just perfect. I'm getting so confident with my like analysis and trading now that I'm like, bro, there's not a day that I cannot frame the distribution, like not a single day. And it's actually becoming so easy that I would then just go on replay, close my eyes, just go for a random day. I'm always catching it, like always. Like 95, unless it's like a Monday, no news inside, I'm always catching this distribution without even trying normal. Like this is getting stupid. And you see these little mistakes of me missing like the CE of like missing a PD array. Every day is gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller until like there is nothing that I'm missing. There's just catching. I'm this close now. Anyway, this is the market recap. If anyone's watching, you know, cool. It's for my private journal, but if anyone watching, just make sure. I'd say like the best advice that I could give is wait for the daily. You know what, it depends on the style of your trading, but if you're gonna go for, see, some people like the manipulation, and that's what I used to trade, but now I'm leaning more to distribution because I could get the manipulation wrong. Because remember at the start of the video I said we could go up and then to go down, which means we're bearish, but this makes me not even choose the bias, right? I would frame both PD, like the second that I see us manipulating up, I'd start just framing the PD arrays above. Manipulate, like, you know what I'm saying? It eliminates that. Cool. The second element, you have to wait a lot though. You only got one shot in the day, and you have to wait. But that doesn't mean you can't put notifications or whatever, alerts for you to come. But the third thing, the main thing, right? Do not trade this like, if you want the clean big boy setup, do not trade unless, at this rule, PD array is hit and liquidity is hit, right? If you can't find both of them, right? And time is like, you can put it to the side, but PD and liquidity, right? And of course it has to be time, right? Like, I know where we're at here is by 10:50 you've reached the London close macro, right? So like at this whole time I'm expecting us to like make the reversal, right? Because You want to see what was basically the high of the day is London. So London being the manipulation by shortiness, basically, people would want to get out for London close to make the reversal, right? Just all these ICT elements, just blend them all together and you'll get the big picture. But what made my most improvement is always making sure I have a daily and a 4-hour PD array in the chart the whole time for either the bearish plays or the bullish plays, right? This like just doubled my accuracy. I was accurate before, but this just basically doubled my accuracy. Anyway, that's the market recap. Enough yapping. Peace.